right, welcome everybody. This is Ossont Battery. Today we're doing the top 5 edition, and I want to do underrated guitar players, and I brought in a couple special guests from my associates in the Flamekeeper network. Welcome Mark Jackson.
Hey, what's up everybody?
And welcome Jason Gardner.
This around.
What's up, man?
All right, good to see you guys. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, anytime, dude.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. It's good to see you as always, you know. You're keeping it awesome over here, and like, you know, got some really cool interviews coming out, which I'm glad to see. You know, glad you're back doing the things.
Yeah, it's been really good. I've had a couple person interviews, and I got one scheduled coming up at the Doom and Brew show. That's a little fest that happens right around my area. So a bunch of Connecticut bands, and there'll even be a Candlemass tribute band there. So that'll be pretty cool. We discussed that earlier, though. Remember?
Yeah, we discussed that earlier. Jason, I think, kind of feels the same way I do about tribute bands. He's a little bit more extreme about it than I am.
I have no issue with tribute bands if they don't just sit around and take up all the good slots every fucking weekend from bands who write their own music. That's my issue. Like, one every once in a while, local guys, cool, yeah, go for it. That's awesome, but not all these like numerous Metallica ones, Bon Jovi ones, Kiss ones, Foo Fighter ones, Nirvana ones, Alice in Chains ones, Stone Temple Pilots ones, Rage Against the Machine ones, Tom Petty ones, Grateful Dead ones.
Just say anybody.
Yeah.
Now, what about parody bands?
I forgive them.
Like Max Sabbath or something.
Yeah, because they don't take up every Friday and Saturday. They actually tour through the week and stuff. These fucking Weekend Warrior tribute bands, that's the ones that piss me.
Not even just Weekend Warrior tribute bands to me. To me, it's and here it's like this is an episode of the fucking Metal Forge and it's derailed.
Yeah.
My thing is like dudes that are out there like seriously like packing out like Live Nation venues with free tickets, and they're getting $1,000 a show just because they play somebody else's fucking music.
Yep.
Those are the ones that I can't stand. And it's just like, no, fuck that, dude. It's like, write your own shit. Be famous off of your own merits. Don't fucking say you're Sabbath, America's Black Sabbath, because you're not America's Black Sabbath. You're fucking America's capitalist copycat band.
Embarrassment.
What would be America's
that's just
Sabbath,
me.
I wonder.
I would say probably like, I guess.
Who would be America's Sabbath?
First to do it, or in the U.S., or like right now?
I don't know. Like most influential, I guess. I guess that'd be tough.
I don't know.
Well, I mean,
I'll for another day.
That is a show for another day. That's going to require some deep dive.
There we go. We have another show.
Yeah.
All right. So who wants to start it off today? Should I?
Yeah. What is the premise of the show? Top 5 underrated guitar players?
Underrated guitar players. Yes. Top 5 underrated guitar players. And I just want to
pretty deep deal.
Say I have a little caveat for myself. I didn't want to put anybody that I actually personally know, because I didn't want to seem a little biased, but that would be a whole list of people, guys I know that I think are totally underrated and deserve recognition. So I went with people that are underground, but, no one that I actually know or personally, so.
Okay, cool.
Well, I went with bands who are huge that the guitar players never get credit, so.
Cool.
Well, not huge, but just known. Let's just say known.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Like I'm interested to see, like, out of a known band who doesn't get credit as a guitar player.
Well, I'm talking about like when versus like when everyone talks about the pantheon of like greatest guitar players ever. These are the guys who never get mentioned that have every right to.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I could see that.
I think the greatest of all time shit kills me because like time isn't over. So
yeah.
Well,
why the fuck are we just stopping it now and proclaiming people the best whether they're dead or not, basically. So yeah,
it's so subjective.
That shit just kills me.
Well, yeah, it's art and it's subjective, but you got to think too that what's interesting about greatest of all time and time not being definitive yet. But think of this: at the end of time, we're not going to be here to fucking rank them anyways.
We're going to do it right here. We're doing it on this show.
Yeah, that's why we're doing it
in
now.
the world to see who our top 5 guitar players are.
Yeah, this will come out. This will come out the day before Forever.
The apocalypse, yeah.
It'll come out the
No need
day
to listen to
before the
other guitar
apocalypse.
players.
Oh yeah.
All right, Aaron. So this is your deal.
All right.
You want to go first? Go for
First
it.
of all, my number 5 will go from 5 to 1. My number 5 is a guy named Charlie Belmore. He's from Connecticut. He's played on a ton of different stuff. His main band is this band Kings and Liars, and he's got some really great riffs, great at soloing. He's played with Kingdom of Sorrow, with Kirk Weinstein and Jamie Josta. He's played. I know he wrote and played on one of Dee Snider's albums. So the guy can do all sorts of different stuff. But he's got a really great groove, kind of, riffage and stuff like that. And his solos are phenomenal. So that was my number 5, Charlie Belmore, from right here in Connecticut. He's the band Kings and Liars. Check them out. And like I said, he also did stuff with Dee Snider. So really very versatile player.
Hell yeah. I dig that.
All right, who wants to go next?
I've never actually heard of him, so I need to actually check them out. Kings and Liars, you said?
Yeah, his brother Nick Belmore does a lot of production. So I think he does a lot of production stuff, and Charlie's like the main songwriter. And I know they've done a lot, like I said, with I believe Kingdom of Sorrow and Dee Snider, stuff like that. So
Hell yeah.
all right, Jason, do you want to go next?
Yeah, man, I'll go next. I don't have any particular order. I just did 5. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna top my list down. The order doesn't really mean anything. So I'm gonna go with one that people might be like, what the fuck are you talking about? But just hear me out. So you ready for this, Mark?
I don't know if I am or not.
No, dude, I'm going Paul Stanley.
Okay.
Dude, I'll tell you why, man. Paul Stanley is one of the 2 constants that's been in Kiss. The dude has wrote I don't know how many fucking songs by now, and you never hear him in the conversation of like awesome guitar player because it's the spectacle. But if you just strip it all away, like just think of the songs this dude and the riffs this dude has written that or have bands that you like have covered or influenced.
Okay.
Dude, the dude is a legend that doesn't get the credit he deserves. He's no ace. He's no any of the lead guitar players, but the dude is solid as a songwriter, and the riffs are awesome. I've been listening to the Revenge album for like 3 days. Dude, there's some legitimate awesome riffs in that. And he also plays a lot of harmonies too, which, is a lead style. So that's my argument. Yeah, Paul Stanley doesn't get the credit as a guitar player he deserves.
You're right. He doesn't.
Great choice. I mean, it's so easy, I think, to hate on like Paul Stanley because personally, he does kind of come off like an ass. But I'm not. This isn't personality included. Yeah.
I'm just talking about what they've done on recordings.
But his guitar playing, yes, like you said, so influential. I mean, you forget how many how many great riffs he's written. So definitely great choice.
Dude, Deuce, 100,000 Years.
Yep.
Love Gun. I mean, even some of the riffs on Dynasty, which people might roll their eyes, take away the production. Dude, a lot of those riffs are pretty awesome too, man. And not to mention the melodies and stuff he does, in it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And what's wild is he talks about in like Unplugged. It's so cool. He's like, I forget the albums. He's like, what album was that on? He's like, Dynasty, I don't know, or Dynasty, as they say overseas, and shit like this. But like, yeah, personality wise, he's kind of, him and Gene are kind of douchebags. But
I wouldn't say kind of. I say they probably are in real life. But you can't take away what they've done in music.
No, you can't. I mean, even if you don't agree with it's almost to the point where Metallica's the same way.
I think Metallica's actually worse as far as the commercial shit goes.
Have you guys ever seen Kiss live?
They're just like one bad album away from making a made-for-TV movie.
You think so? Really?
I would love to see it actually.
Made-for-TV Metallica.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Where they just play. Where Lawrence actually has long hair again and he plays drums really well now. Yeah.
It's some fucking Lifetime version of fucking...
Oh, hell yeah, man. have Metallica play themselves as younger Metallica. Rob, too. He can play Cliff.
I'm going to go for my number 5, Victor Griffin.
Okay.
Nice.
A Pentagram fan, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Place of
dude,
Skulls.
like, huh?
Place of Skulls.
Yeah, I mean, just like I was listening back to the first album again,
Mhm.
and just it jams so fucking much between the guitar playing and like Bobby's voice and what he's saying in the album. I mean, like, definitely doesn't get the credit he deserves.
Yeah, I would go with that one.
Yeah, he's great, man.
Fun fact: I actually hit him up for the first edition of Steel and Stone. See if he would come play.
Like him personally or
Oh yeah,
Pentagram?
yeah, Place of Skulls. Yep, they're just over in
cool.
Tennessee. Yeah,
Nice.
his price was a little out of my range. So, but more power to it. Yeah, I told him up front, like, this is not like a prestigious thing. It's it's basically a regional kind of thing with 100 people cap max. So he understood. He wasn't offended when I said, I can't afford you.
I mean, wait, what are you gonna do, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's
right,
part
dude.
of the game.
I'm working with like $1,000 tops here for like 5 bands. I can't.
All right, Aaron,
All right,
number
so
4.
let's move on to number 4. Number 4 is a guy I actually interviewed. So I guess I'm breaking my rule a little bit. He's not a personal friend, but I interviewed him. I got Vanek.
Oh yeah,
I love Vanek. I love his work with Midnight. I love his solo stuff, especially love his solo stuff. He really's got that really gritty thrash riffing and kind of punk inspired. The solos are out of control, but still really cool. So he's my number 4. I love Vanek. I love the imagery, the whole thing. I even got the hold on, let me bust it out again.
oh yeah.
Cereal?
This is yeah.
Yeah. How much you got left in there?
Box.
Count Vanicos.
How much you got left in there?
What's that?
How much you got left in there? Or
Oh,
you...
none, dude. I ate the whole thing on.
okay, cool. I was going to say, man, that's just
Did you at least enjoy it in 2 sittings?
Yes. I didn't eat the whole thing in one.
that didn't have marshmallows, did it?
It did.
Yeah, the pentagram marshmallows, correct?
No, it didn't.
Oh, okay.
That
It was
would be
really
rad
cool
if it
though, man.
did.
Oh, hell yeah, it would.
Yeah, and plus he's a sweetheart too.
Yeah, super nice guy. I mean,
Yeah,
you
he
got that.
totally gets it.
He agreed to do the interview with like the day before, so it was really cool.
Oh
That
yeah,
was actually, people watch it now. They need to go back and watch that one because you actually did the unboxing of his cereal and ate it in front of him on camera. That was fucking awesome, dude. That might have been the greatest. That might have been the greatest Flamekeeper moment of all time, and it's
It probably
our
is.
young history. That was
Everything
too
I can
much, yeah. Yeah, that's good shit, man.
All right.
hell
Get your
yeah.
money where your mouth is, literally, dude. That's awesome.
No shit. And it's an expensive box of cereal.
Yeah, well, it came with a CD,
Yeah.
a patch, and
Like the whole
It's a
bundle pack was
toy.
like $45.
Dude.
Oh shit!
Was the
A guitar
was the CD
pin?
Was the CD the prize in the cereal?
no. Well,
Oh,
the
man,
CD
that would've
came
been
on the
awesome.
outside, and it said there was a free guitar toy. And at first, I was like, I didn't see it in the box, but it was actually inside the cereal, like the old school toys
Yeah,
were
that's what I'm
back
saying,
in the
yeah.
day.
Yeah, that's fucking cool, man.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
All right,
Jason.
Jason, what's your number 4?
Okay, well, my next one is a gentleman named Armand John Anthony from Night Demon.
Yes.
Yeah. Again, here's a dude that, for some reason just Night Demon gets a lot of credit, but no one really singles him out for what he brings to the table. Now, I will admit, like, the first album was Brent. So there's that. But the next 2 albums is all Armand playing on it, and the guitar playing is fucking spot on, dude. I mean, it's awesome. The solos are great, the tone is great. His energy live is awesome. So I mean, yeah, I'm not just saying because I'm a Night Demon fanboy. Hence the back patch in the background there. But yeah, dude,
Hey, it's actually still up.
I had to put it up before we went on, of course. But
Yep.
yeah,
of
yeah.
course.
Just Armand is a fucking awesome guitar player, and he should be mentioned in current great guitar players.
No, totally should. I agree with that. Just overall, again, just like Vanek, total sweetheart of a guy. Fucking, you talk to him on anything, and he's super approachable, dude. Down to earth, super rad guy.
Yeah, great band. I mean, always with great riffs. So that's another excellent choice.
Yeah.
It's huge sound to have a 3-piece on the guitar side too. Now, granted, they use a lot of cabs and tricks with the live setup, but still, I mean, like it's all part of it. Like he delivers, and the second guitar player isn't missed. In that band.
For sure.
All right.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna go with one that's kind of a non-typical answer here. Wes Borland.
Oh, wow.
I mean, doesn't really get the credit that he deserves. And I do know somebody personally who filled in when he quit for like 2 or 3 months back in the day. But doesn't get the credit because he's, there's never really been the thing where they've kind of been that guitar band either. But he is pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, I'll give him that. Like, I'm not a Limp Bizkit fan by any means. Like, the only time I listen to him is when I have to, if I can't get away. Like when I went to like the first Louder in Life, I was subject to it. Or like if someone's playing like a radio next to me and I can't outblast them because their radio is worth more than my vehicle, stuff like that. And but yeah, I'll give you that. Like his guitar playing is pretty inventive.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's pretty unique to him, kind of like a Tom Morello situation where it's like it sounds like him and nobody else.
Sure. And and you could go with the other direction with like somebody like Monkey or Head from that era too. And because they have their own inventive styles.
Yeah.
It's funny that you mention him because I've just watching a program this YouTuber does about it's called Train Records, albums that have kind of blew up a band's career, and they had Results May Vary from Limp Bizkit. And I guess that's the one. I'm not a Limp Bizkit fan, but it's the one that didn't have Wes Borland, and that apparently is the one that's known as like the worst album and tanked that band at the time. So I definitely think that he was responsible for a good part of their sound and the songwriting at least.
Oh yeah, and they were a band that was like pretty ahead of their time. They were doing like stuff like this, like Skype and Zoom and all that. And able to do remote practicing that way back in the day. They had the technology and put the money into being able to do cool shit like that.
Nice. All right, so I guess I'll move on to my number 3. My number 3 is a guy named Josh Schwartz. He's from the band A Sound of Thunder. And this is one of my favorite bands. I really got into them the last like 8-9 years. They do all their stuff independently. They fund all their albums. This is another cover album they did. Got a lot of great covers on it. And he just is such a great, varied guitar player. They do stuff from like really traditional heavy metal. They'll do some hard rock, like Alice Cooper inspired stuff. He's a great guy at writing riffs, a great guy at soloing, a great songwriter. And their singer, Nina Ossegweda, is one of the best singers out there. I mean, great vocal range. So if you're looking for a really great modern heavy metal band, check out A Sound of Thunder, and Josh is always going to have a riff and a solo for you. So, Josh,
where are they based out of? Where are they based out of, Aaron?
They're based out of Washington, D.C.
Oh wow, that's cool.
You never heard them before, man? You got to check them out.
No, I haven't. And you popped up the album there, and I just stuff like that cover are awesome. Where it's just like, yeah, that's even different because that's almost like that's Sabotage.
Yeah,
it's Sabotage inspired. I was talking about it was the one where the people, that stuff is totally cool. And honestly, it kind of harkens back into like old school hardcore, just like somebody would do it, like painted that with their markers or something. Like I could totally see that in black and white as a flyer at a hardcore show.
Hold on, let me do one thing real quick. And I'll show you guys this cover. It's real cool. Man, hold on.
Well,
we have special effects here. Ooh.
You can see it's supposed to glow in the dark. I don't know if you can see it, but
I cannot.
It's supposed to glow in the dark. I got to charge it up. So
It's all right, dude. I got something for that.
nice.
Kind of see it.
Well, yeah, it glows in the dark too. So they always do cool stuff like that. But like I said, Josh, a great guitar player. All right, I'm back, fellas. But yeah, he's a phenomenal guitar player. Really nice band. So check him out.
Fuck yeah.
All right, Jason, on to you.
Dude, I'm going for one of my guilty pleasures here. I don't know, not guilty pleasure, but what's the term?
There's no such thing as a guilty
No,
pleasure.
I'm going for an obvious one for myself. JB
Molly Hatchet.
JB Christopherson from Grand Magus.
Oh
Dude,
yeah.
just what the fuck, man? Like, what is with people? Why is this guy never fucking mentioned? Like, he writes the best goddamn riffs, like, ever.
Yeah.
His solos are fucking spot on, and he can fucking
His voice.
his fucking I don't know. I can't say enough about it. Like, get it off your ass and just listen to all Grand Magus albums from the first one to the latest one. You won't be disappointed.
Oh hell no.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck,
definitely not.
Sun Raven alone last year was on all three. You know, Aaron, you had your situation going on where you didn't get to make the top 5 of last year. I mean, Sun Raven was on all 3 of our fucking top 5 lists. And
It would have
Jason
been 4.
Roach, yeah. And Jason Roach goes, I know this is going to be on everybody's list, so I'm going to put it as my my honorable mention. Because
Yeah,
it's
like-
such a great band.
So,
Such a
like,
great album.
why is this guy never mentioned in great guitar players today? Like, you know, why? There's no excuse. You know.
No, definitely not.
And they're a 3-piece too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another, like you said, like Night Demon. Like, they don't need another guitar player.
Right. They know what's up, you know. And
Yeah.
honestly, that's funny that, you know, we're going with another 3-piece on my end. And I'm going to say Mark Gallagher.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Rated.
Totally underrated. I mean, you know, that whole band is completely underrated, I think. You know, John included. But like, you know, Mark Gallagher, totally awesome. You know, they took Metallica out in Europe for their first time, even with Venom. And fuck, you know, why not?
Took Night Demon out for their first US stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
well,
the connection now we just need to get Night Demon to playing in front of 80,000 people.
well, I mean, dude, I don't know why these US festivals are ignoring then people who are doing shit versus like people who ain't done shit in 20 years. You know?
That's true.
Yeah.
We're talking about you, Danny fucking Wimmer.
I don't get it. It's like, oh, we're gonna have Crossfade come back. Like, first of all, I don't even barely remember Crossfade. And second of all, do they have enough to fucking do a whole festival circuit? Like, who the fuck is pining for this shit?
I mean,
But
a festival circuit.
But you're held
I
captive
mean,
to have to fed this bullshit, you know?
I mean, a festival circuit. I mean, it's Danny Wimmer shows. There's only 5 of them, man. Or
They're all
6.
huge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, whatever. I mean, yeah, whatever it is. But like I said, we'll switch real quick. But yeah, I mean, like, dude, you want to get some new blood on this shit and really blow up some people? Like, let's go Night Demon, Howling Giant. You know, bands like
Well,
of that
dude,
size. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You know,
I'll tell you this. The last time I went to Louder Than Life, fucking Sabaton played the small stage.
Wow.
yeah, what the fuck is that, man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Small stage.
Yeah. And that was like 3 years ago or 4 years ago. It was like 2021 when I went. And they played the fucking small stage on a Sunday in the middle of the afternoon.
Right.
The HU
Yeah,
band had a better slot position than Sabaton did.
Right.
I mean, Sabaton's got a pretty big stage setup too. Are they even able to get any of that?
Yeah, and they
on
had the
small
fucking
stage?
tank.
Oh, I'm about to say,
They had the drum tank.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if they brought the tank on that little stage or not, because when they opened for Priest, like 2 tours ago, it was there. You know.
Well, that's who they were on tour with. They were
Yeah,
both playing the Sunday. But yeah, it was small. I mean, it was like hard fucking core. They didn't have a lot of room on the front of the stage with the tank up there, but they got the tank on the stage. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mark Gallagher, you know, I mean, they've been, another 50 plus year career band.
Yeah, I mean, Ravens was all. I mean, it's influenced people like Metallica, and I love a lot of that new wave of British heavy metal stuff. So
I mean, All
I
for One
definitely
is a
agree with
great
that.
album.
Yeah,
All
great
for
cover
One's
too. I love
great.
that cover.
What? Stay Hard.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, great. Aaron, next.
All right. Next, my number two is I definitely a guy that's probably gets a lot of credit in like the doom genre, but not I think in like mainstream, and that is Al Morris the third from
Oh yeah,
Iron Man
nice.
is my number two. I am a huge Iron Man
Marilyn
fan. I love everything that Al's ever written and played. I've never got to see him live, unfortunately, before he passed, but he definitely is a guy I think that doesn't get his just due. And maybe they are the America's Black Sabbath, because they were just so many great doom riffs, and they always had kind of like Sabbath. They always had different singers coming in and out and stuff too. And no matter what, Al was there playing great riffs and great solos. So Al Morris the third, my number two pick.
Yeah, Maryland Doomfest alumni there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Jason, what do you got for number or your second to last pick?
Okay. I wrote down 6, but I think I'm gonna switch one to a honorable mention.
Okay.
Because I'll tell you why. But I'm going Woody Weatherman next from Crooked.
Nice.
Yeah, this dude's been at it for a long time. Probably like what 84, 85.
Yep.
Again, nobody ever
83.
83. Yeah, nobody ever brings him up, man. Like, Pepper joins the band. Everyone's like, oh, Pepper this, Pepper that. But dude, Woody's been holding it down, man, the whole fucking time. He's the only constant in that band. Drummers came, drummers went, drummers died. But Woody Weatherman's always there, man, and the albums are always solid. So yeah, I don't know why nobody really mentioned them, but yeah, I mean, he should definitely be in there, and especially in the stoner doom conversation for sure.
Oh, and even his early work, which was more like crossover punk thrash kind of stuff. I mean, very versatile guitar player.
I was gonna say like the Animosity album and stuff, and even the albums he did when Pepper left with Down full time in between. I want to say.
Oh yeah, I got those on vinyl. Really good albums.
Yeah. So yeah, Woody Weatherman, if you're listening, I appreciate you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I got a funny story about
North Carolina guy too.
So yeah,
North Carolinian.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't think of the name. I mean, there's not every North Carolina person is North Carolinian. Some are fucking jackasses and dipshits. So
funny story about like COC. I remember when Clean My Wounds came out. It was a big single around here in the rock radio. And I wanted the CD so bad. So I asked my mom for Christmas that year, hey, can you get me I want Corrosion Conformity. So she didn't end up getting me that Corrosion Conformity CD. She ended up getting me, which is the one I wanted, Deliverance. She got me an old one, which is probably on sale, I'm assuming. It was Eye for an Eye plus 6 songs with Mike singing. And it was totally like crusty punk and I listened to it. I loved it anyway, even though it wasn't what I wanted, but it kind of, broadened my horizons on what the band was about, I guess.
Mike Dean would be in my underrated bass player conversation.
Oh yeah,
for sure. Like every time I saw that dude, which I've been in pretty close proximity to him many times because he used to play in Asheville downtown, and it was like a street load in stuff. Like, dude, looking at him, it's like, dude, this homeless guy looks fucking rough. But no, it's just Mike Dean. I mean, like he has that like aura about him. Like this guy just doesn't give a fuck. But he's so great.
Yeah,
that's for the next debate.
That's for the top 5 underrated bassists.
Bass players. Yeah.
So I'm going to give a non-typical answer for number 2.
Okay.
And in true band fashion for this, because this is a number 2 pick, I am picking two people.
Oh, a duo? A duo?
Yes.
Yeah, see, that's why I switched my honorable mention to was a duo, because it was like, okay, I've done 5 guitar players.
Because, and they are a very non-typical answer. And it's
Hall Notes.
No. It's David St. Hubbins and Nigel Tufnell.
Yes.
Michael McKeon and Christopher Guest are two underrated metal guitar players that, Spinal Tap. Yeah. I mean, seriously, fucking like listen to that. Just listen to Stonehenge. Listen to fucking Stonehenge. And it's fucking 3 dudes that fucking recorded that. I mean, seriously, that's fucking badass shit.
I mean, I guess they could be in our underrated bass players episode if we do Big Bottom,
Yeah, right. They would be number 3 with Derek Small. Yeah. And Viv Savage on the synth bass. Yeah. But no, seriously, like, I mean, for them being like a joke band and all of that, but to be able to have like actual albums come out and be able to re-envision their own songs as like fucking reggae hits or fucking whatever, that's totally rad, know? Yeah. And like I said, I would fucking cover Stonehenge in a heartbeat, and the Hookers from Kentucky here, one of Adam Neal's bands, actually covered Tonight I'm Gonna Rock You Tonight.
Nice.
So
it's funny too about like comedy bands is they're only good and funny if the music's good.
Sure.
If the music sucks, it falls flat,
Right. Well, I mean, and take that even into like consideration with like somebody like a Weird Al.
Yeah.
I mean, same way. His music it checks all the boxes. It has to be funny. It has to be good. It has to be articulate, and not fucking just cheap.
Yeah, definitely.
Jason,
all right, should I move on to my question. Number 1?
Yeah, what's up?
Do you have a thing over there that you can do for number 1?
What do you mean?
Yeah, I do actually. Do you want me to do it now?
Yeah.
Okay, the next number 1 guitar player for Aaron. Drum roll, please.
I don't hear a drum roll.
I think that was the drum roll.
Guitar roll, please. Yeah, guitar riff, please. That's the best you got. I didn't put any drum roll.
Okay. Number 1. I'm sitting there waiting for it. Yeah, I'm like, I don't hear it.
Well, that was drums covered on guitar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. My number 1 underrated guitar player would be Mark Reale from Riot. I'm a huge Riot fan. I like all the different eras of the band. They go all the way back from Rock City, their first album, and Narita and Fire Down Under with Guy Speranza, and then the Rhett Forrester era, with Restless Breed, and then they're Mark Reale kind of changed. They went power metal with Thundersteel, and then all their albums have been great. And he's such a great guitar player with great solos, riffs. There's one of my favorites. I think he's very influential, especially in the power metal scene, and definitely doesn't get the due he deserves. So Mark Reale is my number 1 underrated guitar player.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Oh no, right, Jason.
No, I was gonna say my final one that I picked in no particular order is Eric Peterson from Testament.
Oh, nice.
Dude, Skolnick gets all the fucking credit, man. But
he really does.
The riff writer, like it or not, he's a constant. He's always been there,
Yeah, you're totally right. And
besides that, he actually showed me. He actually had a Brussels sprout recipe video that I actually used one time, and the shit was fucking good. He introduced me to Gruyere cheese. Thank you, Eric.
Oh, really?
Yeah, thank you, Eric.
Like seriously, Gruyere is fucking amazing.
Yeah, that shit melts. Dude. That shit melts fucking awesome.
Yeah,
dude, we need to do a Flamekeeper top 5 cheeses.
I'm down with that.
Yeah, I'll go. Yeah. I mean, dude, I like cheese. Yeah. But no,
coming up with that than this list.
Yeah.
No shit, that would be hard.
Yeah, Eric Peterson, dude. Like, I mean, I can't say enough about it, man. Testament is like a fucking solid band. It has been since the first one. And dude, those riffs that you hear, that's him, man. Like he just eats and breathes Testament. So
I think like out of all
Absolutely.
those classic thrash bands, like Testament might be the most consistent. You know?
yeah,
Mhm.
they never had a Risk album. Low
Yeah.
kind of weird. They kind of got a little experimental when everyone else did back in late '90s. It wasn't bad, but like I said, I mean, they never had like a Risk or a Super Collider. They never had a Load or Reload. They never had a
Saint Anger,
one, whatever. What was it called?
Come
again?
on. You know what? I'm
Diabolus
gonna
of
fucking
Musica.
Diabolus and dude, that was hilarious. And when that interview comes out, that was a great part of the interview.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, yeah, they've just been there, man, consistent. Yeah.
Nice.
Number 1, Malcolm Young.
Dude, is he the underrated though?
I think he is.
Yeah, you think so? I know people.
I think Malcolm is underrated because Malcolm always hung out in the back, dude.
Sure. Yeah.
He would only come up and do vocals when he needed to, but he hung out in the back the entire time. And again, just like dude, he's the riff guy.
Yep.
You know, I mean, Angus is all flash and Malcolm's all fucking riff, man. And honestly, you know, for somebody to sit there and to say in an interview that it's like, what do you feel about people who say you've made the same album 11 times? He says, I think that's bullshit because we've made it 13 times.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he's just always had the chops and the fucking, I mean, legendary fucking guitar that, you know, he had fucking customized, took out the neck pickup on it, gave him his fucking super raging fucking tone that fucking AC/DC has.
He plays that Gretsch, right? A Gretsch.
Yeah.
I think it looks like it's almost as big as he is.
Yeah, it's almost as big as he is. And yeah, just crazy shit.
Yeah, I mean, I never really considered him underrated. I thought he was pretty much where he needed to be. But yeah,
Really?
I mean, that's cool. Yeah. I mean, listen, there's like two kinds of people in this world. There's people who like AC/DC and have taste, and there's people who fucking hate AC/DC and talk out their fucking ass. Like AC/DC might be one of the greatest bands who will ever be on this earth. Like when it's all said and done. Dude, it's just they're so fucking good, man. Like it's like a fucking bar band playing stadiums with fucking blow up women, big huge fucking wrecking balls and goddamn cannons. I mean, like, dude, it's fucking awesome. Like, you know, and dude, after they're done, they're like locusts. They just go back and fucking hiding, and they emerge like 8 years later.
Yeah, they're not all out in the fucking news and all that.
They're not like just
shit.
constantly.
Not even back in the day, you know. I mean, now obviously no, but anyways, dude, this has actually been fun. This was a lot easier and fun than I thought I was going to have.
I could do 5 more if you want to. I mean, I'm all ready to go. But let me get my honorable mention, my guitar duo in because I had that. So yeah, I picked Olavi and Johan from Amon Amarth as my guitar duo because nobody fucking talks about them either. You know, it's like why? Because they tuned down to A. So what? The riffs are still fucking awesome.
Right.
They're still rhythmic enough to fucking sword fight to, you know, and keep in time. Like that's how awesome the riffs are. You know?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, dude, it's almost to this point death metal, power metal. Like it's tuned so low as death metal, but dude, at the core, it's fucking power metal. You know?
Power death metal.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's really epic shit, and you know, it's like you can't not bang your head to it, and it's very accessible because you can almost understand every word in the vocals. Once you get that once you like get his cadence in used to it, you can almost understand every word like he's just talking lyrics off a sheet. You know, so he's very what do you call it? Very clear, precise, and you know, there's a word for it. I can't think of it because it's 10 o'clock. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, Johan or Olavi and Johan from Monomarth, guitar duo, underrated for sure.
Nice.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Some Swedish representation out there with them and JB from Grand Vegas.
All right, nice. Yeah, you're looking to the Swedes, huh?
Why is Sweden and metal so goddamn good together? Like why? You know what?
It
it's
just
like
happens.
Yeah, it's like European country music. It just happens to be like epic fucking metal. Well, think about it. Like, this shit that's called country music nowadays is just like shit that happens in America, like trucks, divorce, blah 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 blah, beer, blah 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 blah, trailer park.
I got my
blah.
truck.
It's so
Yeah,
funny because my
my
underrated duo is gonna be Brooks and Dunn. No.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I would have put Dwight Yoakam as an underrated guitar player.
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, dude, that dude's fucking awesome.
And completely underrated actor.
Oh hell yeah, man. Oh, dude.
I mean, fucking Vince Gill, that dude can fucking rip on the guitar, man. I've seen him play. He's a good guitar player.
And I mean, he's a multi-instrumentalist as well.
Yeah.
I mean, he's played with the fucking Eagles since 1994.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Since they came out of retirement.
Right.
I had a long day and I hate the fucking Eagles, man.
That's right. Get the fuck out of my cab. Dude, Aaron, thank you.
No problem.
Fun.
Does anybody have any other anyone they want to mention before we end this up?
I could go off for a long time, but
I know.
Oh, speaking of comedy bands, and you guys might disagree, but I'm totally behind this 100%. As far as like members of comedy bands who are actually legit, Satchel or Rush Parrish.
Yeah.
Get what you want, dude. That dude can fucking shred. I've seen it.
Yeah, didn't one of them play with Fight, right? Rob Halford's Fight, I believe.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah. All right. Well, hey, why don't we mention, the guitar players from your guys' bands before we go, man? Let's give a shout out to the guys from Ice Howl and Temptations Wings, some underrated guitar players. So let's hear it. From Micah.
Micah and Chad part-time.
Yeah.
Chad when he's around.
We got Jason.
Jason Roach and Seth Critchfield. And in Overload, we've had a slew of underrated guitar players. But currently we have Todd Hawkins and yeah.
Nice, man.
Yeah, let me just throw out Tom Polzine from Howlin' Giant also. That dude's playing his own style. Like you could tell it's them for
Dwayne
sure.
Eldridge.
Yeah.
Definitely. I was going to mention Dwayne too. As you can see, I'm a big More Than the Light fan. Local
Absolutely.
Band. And his playing is just his album just keeps getting better album to album, and the
for
writing
sure
too. Definitely. All right, fellas. Well, that about wraps it up tonight for the Ossont Battery top 5 underrated guitar players. So if you want to hear some guitar players that don't get their just due, watch this video. Go listen to these guys. They all kick major ass. Stay metal, everyone.
Yeah.
Hey metalheads, you like tattoos? Of course you do. If you're in the Louisville, Kentucky area, come on over the bridge to Clarksville, Indiana and get you some ink done at Ageless Art. If ink isn't your thing, they have a piercing studio as well. Visit agelessartclarksville.com to see some frequently asked questions, meet the staff. The shop is open Monday through Thursday, 12 to 8 p.m., Saturdays, 12 to 10 p.m., and Sundays, 12 to 6 p.m., all appointment-only spots. You can set up your appointments by phone at 812-283-1793 or email agelessarttattooandpiercing@gmail.com and someone will get you set up for your first or your next tattoo or piercing.
Hey metalheads, after going to a rager, what's your ultimate go-to? Mine is totally pizza. So when Overload is playing or I'm promoting the Metal Forge live showcases or the big goddamn metal show, I go to Pizza DoNisi. Pizza DoNisi is gourmet artisan pizza from right here in Louisville, Kentucky. It features things like the pizza of the month, the sandwiches, and also vegetarian and vegan options, which is so totally fucking cool for all of it's awesome pizza. You definitely want to go. Hey, and also from time to time they do cannolis. Oh, so fucking good. You know what they said, man? Leave the gun, take the cannoli. Yeah, just like that in Godfather. They're located right next to the Mag Bar at 1396 South 2nd Street. So either stop in or call in at 502-213 0488. They're open till midnight. The witching hour.
Heineken, fuck that shit! Pabst Blue Ribbon!
Hey metalheads, you all hear me talk about Magbar all the time. It is the home to the Metal Forge Live showcases and is an integral stop in the Ultimate Underground Metal Tour schedule. They obviously feature live music, but the Magbar also has daily specials like Pint and Slice Night on Tuesdays with Pizza DoNisi. But they also do Bring Your Own Vinyl on Thursdays with DJ Kent Jackson, and Finer Things Sundays. Located right next to Pizza DoNisi at 1398 South 2nd Street, open 3 p.m. to 4 a.m. 7 days a week. Get your asses out to the Magbar. Rock out. For 45 years in keeping Louisville weird, Electric Ladyland has been there for all your eccentricities. While they do offer the best smoking supplies out on the market today, there's a whole lot more to check out. From ashtrays and blacklight posters, to records, incense and burners, and items to stock your metaphysical supply. They're open from 10 to 10, 7 days a week. Located at 2325 Bardstown Road in Louisville, Kentucky, and at electricladyland420.com. Roll out.